What's up, YouTube? So it's Sunday morning, March 5th. And I'm the type of person that needs to stay busy. I'm busy in my mind all the time. And I was just talking about how important it is to take care of all the things that go wrong on your car, so that you're not stacking up repair issues. And if your mechanic's not telling your car's in good shape, or things are brewing, or sooner than later you're going to need this, he's not doing you any justice. And we'll give you Sequoia, for instance. Power steering lines, transmission lines, oil sending unit, oil changes, any fluid leak. 290,000 miles. Look at this, 290. New radiator started to seep. I didn't wait. I didn't say that it's not needed right now. Boom, replaced it. Wheels and tires were shot, upgraded, replaced. Struts blown out. The bushings were worn out and cracked. Boom, replaced. Actually, I didn't have to do any brakes to it, but I definitely feel like maybe one of the caliper pistons is acting up, but I'm not going to get into that, because to me it stops perfectly fine, but it could be just the weight of everything that I have in the car now with wheels and tires and the stereo that has reduced the stopping power, but also could be cheap friction material from the previous owner. I'm not really sure. What else is going on? The previous owner had the catalytic converters replaced. High pressure power steering line, low pressure power steering line. I ordered the bushing. See this? This is not good. Rack and pinion bushings, or any bushing, should not be doing that. So I have a new kit here that I've had for a while, and now I just have time to do it. I'm going to replace them. You know why? Because they are bad, and you should just replace things that are bad all the time so they're not getting ahead of you. So this is probably one of the least amount of things that I'm going to address on this thing. Sway bar links, do they need to be greased? Are the bushings replaced just because they were bad? Muffler, bad, replaced. Rear suspension work, airbags in the car, make sure that they're good. Brakes are good. And any corrosion holes popping up, like nothing in this car. 290,000 miles. You're not going to find anything that needs attention, because I've addressed all the stuff that the previous owner has neglected. Then there's a lot of reasons why vehicles are neglected. Service providers, quick lubes not telling you things are going on. They're telling you things are going on. You're buried in your phone. You're focused on your kids are sick or whatever. You need to pay attention when you go into a service center and say, hey, is there anything wrong with my car? Because you may not know. You're not the expert. You may not be well versed in that. Does your steering wheel shake? Does your brakes pulsate? These are all signs that something's wrong. Is your car noisy on cold start and stays noisy? I mean, on and on and on. Is there rattles? Is there clicks? But you too can have a high mileage car that's in pristine, primo condition. There was also another guy who said, what tube did I use for repairing the rear here? So this is a clearer picture. This is 3-inch drive shaft tube inside the rotted out tube that was in here. So if you're watching, thank you for watching. Stay with me. You too could have a primo older vehicle that looks great, rides great, feels great, and there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, so anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to service my rack and pinion bushings today, and make this thing feel even better in my hands. I also have ball joint corrections for the uppers that I didn't get to yet. I don't drive this all the time, but I try and make things as perfect as possible when I'm working on it, and things happen. I did do some patchwork on the chassis too. There was a little rust spot up in here. Boom, made a plate, welded it in. Excuse me, filled it in with foam into certain areas that I wanted to keep and preserve, so that it wouldn't rot more. Because sometimes you just can't stop it, you can only preserve it. But yeah, I'm so excited for this. I think I'm going to change the fuel filter too, even though it doesn't look that old. It's not rusted out, but I don't know the history, so that's the kind of person I am. And you can be that person too. So what? Every time that you go into a service center and you just have to spend $100 or $200 or $300, it's worth it on your older car. It's so worth it. Keeping up with the Joneses only keeps you broke, keeps your bank account empty, and less prepares you for emergencies or bigger financial things that you want to do in your life in the future. Thanks for watching. Stay with us.